Welcome to the I Can Do That podcast. I'm Jem Fadling, spiritual formation coach, author, and founding partner of Unhurried Living. With 30 years experience in spiritual formation, I help people grow by combining grounded optimism with practical spirituality. This effective dynamic will guide you onto the path of discernment so that you can transform your hopes into habits. Each episode, I'll share one practical idea with one simple takeaway. Together, we'll grow at the pace of transformation, and you'll move into your day saying to yourself, I can do that. Have you ever been talking with someone and as they listened, you felt like you were the only person in the room? The listener had no sense of needing to be elsewhere. They had no sense of needing to interrupt you. They simply listened. How did that feel? On the other hand, have you ever been chatting with someone and you could tell they were only half listening? The look in their eyes told you that they were thinking about something else, and they gave off a sense of urgency that they needed or wanted to be getting something else done. How does that feel? Well, David Augsburger has said, being listened to is so close to being loved that most people cannot tell the difference. One of the greatest gifts we can give to another is our undivided presence. We will become memorable in people's lives if we begin to listen without distraction, because not very many people do it. And as David Augsburger pointed out, listening is one of the ultimate ways to show love. It demonstrates focus, attention, and care. Dietrich Bonhoeffer in Life Together says, the first service that one owes to others in the fellowship consists in listening to them. Just as love to God begins with listening to His Word, so the beginning of love for the brethren is learning to listen to them. So what would it look like for you to slow down your inner pace as you converse with someone else? Well, here are 5 ways you can practice being present and growing in your ability to listen. First, begin to quiet your mind as you start to listen. I know we all have distractions, but begin to practice setting aside your own inner whirlwind just for a bit. Let the life of the person in front of you come to center stage. Quiet your own mind and tune in to what they're saying. Be at rest in their presence. Second, let God's love for the person enter your heart. Now, this is the time for empathy. Remind yourself that this person is loved by God exactly as they are, and let God's reality become yours. As you listen, let your heart fill with love for them. Whatever they share, you know that God is already there. God is accomplishing His work in their life, even if they don't know it. You can become a conduit for God's love by opening yourself to God as you listen. Next, resist the temptation to problem solve. It's easy for us to move directly into problem solving or advice giving mode, I know, but watch out for this tendency. Most people just truly need to be heard. And as they're talking things out, they often stumble on their own solution. And even if they don't, your humble listening ear is still a gift that they might not find elsewhere. Don't rob them of the beauty of simply sharing their story. Next, think about what God might have on His heart for the person. Listen to the person, and at the same time, learn to listen to God. And this is an art form that we can practice. As you listen, remain open to the heart of God. How might God feel toward this person? What might God desire for their life? And then finally, respond with invitations and questions. When you respond, try to do so in a way that shows you really heard them, and let your response be filtered through the question, what would God desire for them? So for example, you could replace, you know what you should do? With, what do you think God is inviting you to in this situation? And then give them the space to thoughtfully respond. Now, obviously, there are different levels of conversation that we have with many different people throughout the day. And you can adapt these ideas to any level of conversation with friends, family, coworkers, And even a casual exchange with the cashier at the store can be an opportunity to practice being present, engaging with them, listening well, and offering up a silent prayer. The practice of listening can also teach us to slow down inside, to focus our thoughts, to be humble, and to defer to others as they share. Listening can help us learn that we do not always have to be on or to fix other people. The Lord Himself is working His own process in each of our lives, and we can learn to be true friends, mentors, and influencers as we cooperate with Him. Isaiah 50 verses 4 and 5 says this: "The sovereign Lord has given me a well-instructed tongue to know the word that sustains the weary. He wakens me morning by morning, wakens my ear to listen like one being instructed. The sovereign Lord has opened my ears." So give the gift of listening today. The one you serve will receive it as love. Here's your I can do that for this week. Think of one person with whom you would like to try on this type of listening. Plan to listen to them this way the next time you're with them. So, peace to you as you listen well to others. Remember, you're making your way forward one small, simple, and gracious step at a time. If you want to make further progress in your own formation, I encourage you to pick up a copy of my book, What Does Your Soul Love? 8 Questions That Reveal God's Work in You. In it, you'll find themes such as desire, resistance, vulnerability, fear, and joy, and such questions as, what do you really want? Where are you hiding? What's getting in your way? And what's most real to you? Holding and living the questions is a great way to cooperate with your own growth process. So go ahead and pick up a copy of What Does Your Soul Love from your favorite bookseller.